You just dance ना.
हाँ.
Dance करते हैं. We'll do like this.
Then like this. आ रहा है frame में क्या?
পাতা ঝরা বৃষ্টি বলো কেন এনেছো পাতা ঝরা
So sorry, I forgot. I cannot do this. अभी नहीं हो रहा है यार.
Hi everyone. Welcome to Vaishnavi's chat box. Today we have Nandana with us.
Hello.
So a little bit about her. She is an economics graduate and currently she is pursuing her MBA from Tapni Manipal with marketing and IT as her majors and minors. And Nandana is a trained Kathak dancer. She has learned it for 10 to 12 years and she has learned classical singing for around 8 years. So she has always balanced her passion for dance and music along with the MBA hectic schedule. There are a lot of people who have this question that will I be able to take up my passion after I join a B school or not? So we'll have a discussion on those lines today. So welcome to the channel, Nandana.
Thank you.
I'll be asking her 3 questions. So we'll start.
Yeah, sure.
So my very first question to you is, how do you balance your passion for dance and music with the demanding MBA schedule?
Okay. So for many people who have pursued MBA before, or those even who are pursuing MBA right now, so we know that how much rigorous or how much hectic the schedule can be for an MBA student. Like it's full of assignments, guest lectures, and any time of surprise events, surprise webinars, and all. So balancing your passion along with the academic pressure is need of the hour. Like for me, I am learning dance from a very young age, and if someone tells me to discontinue it just like that due to the academic pressure, it will not be very easy for me. So for a couple of months when I came here, I toiled a lot, and as because I do not have any prior experience of working, so this corporate setup for me was altogether new. And for a couple of months, it was like a lot of pressure. I could not dance or sing for 2 months. So what I did was, from the third month, I used to devote certain amount of time blocks to my dance. What I used to do was, when my class was over, I used to come back to my room. I used to practice for an hour or so. I used to make 2-3 videos sometimes, and then I used to study. Also, one thing that I did was, MBA is more of smart work rather than hard working. So after 3 months, when I actually got the hang of it, what I did was, I used to study the important topics, or the topics which were very relevant to the learning process, and from that thing you get some extra residual amount of time to follow your passion, dancing, singing, recitation, whatever you have. And I think dancing or singing or doing crafts or whatever hobby a person has, it's a very good outlet for venting out your stress or anxiety or furiousness. So whenever I felt very much like what I would say, I very much stressed due to the hectic MBA process, internships, placements, I took dance or singing as a outlet to my hectic schedule. Yeah, that's how I managed it.
Okay, Nandana. I also being a dancer, I will completely agree with you on this, that dance is definitely like a soothing activity, like something like you mentioned about the venting out part, and
Yes.
it's like a therapy.
Yeah,
It's like a
absolutely.
therapy after a hectic schedule, or if you're even sad about anything, you just dance your heart out and we just start feeling better again. So yeah, that is how dance and music or any of your passion would work for you
Yeah.
in balancing your academics or a hectic schedule. Okay, Nanna. So my second question to you is, how does performing in cultural events impact overall personality growth during MBA?
Okay, so as I have said in my previous question also, balancing academics and passion is not very easy. And an MBA college has a lots of committees, and all those committees organize a plethora of events. So from the very beginning, I have personally tried to participate in all of those events, because I really like to stick up with my passion. So I have performed during freshers, I have performed during various festivities, flash mob thing. I have also performed, actually, I have performed with you during one of the competitions that was organized by one of the committees in our college, and we had won the first prize for the dance competition. That was a very memorable moment for me. So, yeah, if we talk about personality growth from participating in these things, I think one of the main reasons people want to pursue an MBA is getting more of networking opportunities. So, when you perform in one of such cultural events or something like this, such activities, you get a lot of chance to not only interact with your peers but also the audience, and many people come there, like the faculties. There may be industry specialists when you perform during one such event, and you are able to talk to the person, and the person is also able to see that, yeah, this person has the ability to take up something else rather than his or her core work. So this person is able to take up multiple responsibilities along with the core thing that he or she is doing. So I think following your passion or performing in such cultural committees gives you a huge scope for exposure and networking. And also, performing in such cultural events organized by cultural committees gives you the needed interpersonal and communication skills. Uh, One more thing that has also worked for me is like I have learned how to manage time more efficiently. Like I have learned what is punctuality. So when this is a group dance, you need to go for rehearsals. Other people in your group also have other commitments. They also might have to go. So if you mess up with that, then your rehearsal cannot happen for a day. So it has taught me discipline and punctuality also. So from many aspects, it develops your personality growth, according to me.
And like Nanda mentioned about the competition that we were together in, it was a magical experience. It was great performing with her, like the preparation part and everything. It was really very good, and
It's amazing.
we enjoyed a lot.
So, yeah.
So moving on to the third question. According to you,
Mhm.
what is the impact of involvement in such events and activities on placements or recruiters?
Okay. So once the students for MBA or people who are applying for jobs, they start preparing their resumes. They will see, matlab, they have to write an extra section which is extracurricular activities. So why do we think recruiters will even see that section of extracurricular activities? I have already said it before. I'll dive deeper into it a bit. A recruiter, when recruiting a student, I have felt it for myself because, as I said, I was a fresher and I did not have many corporate achievements that I could talk of during my internship or my placements. So uh, my recruiter always used to go through my whole resume. He used to look at my academic section, which was actually good, fortunately, and also after that he used to look at my committee or participation involvements, and lastly he came to my extracurriculars. In many interview cases, I have been asked about only my singing and dancing. So this happens because a recruiter tries to see that apart from your core studies or competitions or the assignments that you're doing in an MBA college, what extra responsibility are you able to take under a lot of pressure? So I think doing all these multiple things, organizing events, dancing, singing, even going for a walk or playing or jogging, I think all these counts because the interviewer understands that this person, even under pressure, does not falter and is able to do a plethora of things simultaneously. So she or he is a multitasker, and that I think gives
Leverage.
weightage, a leverage to
Yes.
that student. Yeah, so it has worked to me like that.
I also feel the same, that it leaves a great impact on the people, on the recruiters, and it shows that how proactive we are, how
Exactly.
involved we are in other things as well, uh, along with our academics and the other projects and other things. So, and even in companies, they need such vibrant people who are involved in several activities, and they
Exactly.
can, do a lot of things. And our audience wants to listen to two lines of the great singer Nandana Chakraborty. So can we have something?
Okay, this is a mix of Hindi and Bengali song, as I'm a Bengali, so yeah, thanks. पतों का है जिस्म जाना भीग जाने दो পাতা ঝরা বৃষ্টি বলো কেন এনেছো
भीग जाने दो.
Thank
Can't
you.
stop myself from smiling. Hats off to you.
Arey.
That was great. That was great. Amazing. Okay.
Thank you so
So
much.
put your comments in the comment section.
Yes,
How did you
please.
like the video and how did you like Nandana singing? And she's great. She's amazing. I'm falling short of words for her. So okay, Nandana. So we come towards the end of this video. And I think it was a very good conversation with you. Also, I, as a person who also holds a similar background in dance and music, so it like I felt very connected with whatever you said. And towards the end, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, so I would just like to tell all the MBA graduates and all the MBA aspirants and all the people who are undergoing through the MBA process that do not give up on your passion. I know the process will be very hectic at times, you will get very low marks, you will feel very demotivated, but I think passion is something which keeps us very bound to our roots. And working with peers, dancing, singing, partying, यही तो life है ना. So I think we should enjoy it to our fullest. And also, guys, this was a very good experience for me as well. It was a good time with one of my very good friends, Vaishnavi. So go ahead, watch her videos, like, share, and subscribe to her channel. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. So like, share, and subscribe to Vaishnavi's Chat Box. We'll meet next time. Till then, bye bye.
Bye.